Here we go. It's the Unmasked After Show. We are ready. We are jamming. Ernie, awesome music, man. And the L7X8. They're talking about it. Let's take a look at it. And of course, we have a lot to do. So, see you guys in 3 minutes. Oh, where's it at?
So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
Here we go, live and direct. This is the Kicker Unmasked official after show. Put the smackdown on the like. Come on, guys, you know what to do. You gotta look at it, okay? Just look at it. That's all you have to do. And bring the fire. Bring it.
Living loud with Andy.
Living loud with Andy.
And we are ready. Thank you guys for tuning in. Man, I got a lot to talk about, but when don't I? Thank you guys. Awesome job, Howard, Robert, Travis, and of course, you know, we got to give kudos to Aaron for keeping the show going. Thank you guys for tuning in. Man, it is Tuesday, and I am just glad we're back on a normal schedule, and I missed you guys. You're awesome. Glenn McPherson on Facebook. Appreciate ya. We got Garrick up in here. Of course, we got Dubby. Car Audio Obsessed. I was like, wait, C-A-E? Car Audio Obsessed. Andy, the man, the myth, the legend, Blue and Fuzzy. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. Appreciate all you guys. Did you guys have fun on the Unmasked show? Like, I mean, I know we love wasted information, but you still want a system that sounds good. And Kicker hosting an SQ show at HQ May 17th. And I'm really trying to get there. I know I was talking about it. I really do want to get there. It's just, I'm only 15 hours, 16 hours away. But we're working on it. I'm going to try my best to be there. But if you are close, you're willing to make the drive, it's definitely worth it. But appreciate you guys tuning in, watching the Unmasked show tonight. Love you guys. Basehead 30, how you been, man? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for hanging out with us. SJC was up in the chat. He just wants to look at the beautiful just work of art that he designed over here. And we got Kicker stickers on the side. Just look at it. The Unmasked logo. We are ready to go. Speaking of which, I need a new sticker for the new one. Love it, by the way. And Ernie, the music was amazing tonight. The Solo X gang. What is up, man? Thank you for tuning in, Fago. I know you talked about having your green team t-shirt on. Thank you for just supporting, being here. You're awesome, man. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for repping, sir. We got Cracker up in here. We got some photos to show that Cracker sent in, of course. And, man, if you guys ever want to share anything on the live streams, livinloud.tv and just go right to the upload section. And, yes, we will feature it. Appreciate you, man. Man, we got a lot to unpack, but you know what? The studio's kicking. We're here. We're live. We're direct. How is everybody's day going tonight? There he is. There he is. CAE, the man. Thank you for tuning in tonight, man. Appreciate all your dedication for what you do. You guys are awesome. Dubby is my favorite Alcy. Of course, same here, mate. Same here. There he is. There he is. Dubby. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for hanging out. And there we go. Man, you just can't start the show without it, man.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
I just love when things work, and it always falls back to like car audio, but even with the stream, everything's working right now. Been doing a little bit of tweaking, shaking the rust off and finding good metal, and we are good to go. Full tilt boogieing, not dropping a single frame. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Thank you, Glenn, for hanging out on Facebook again, man. You guys are awesome. I see everybody there. I got the chat here. I got the chat here, chat there. It's kind of crazy. And yes, just more things to look at. And speaking of which, William, well, would you look at that? Would you just look at that? It's Living Loud with Andy, kicking it, Kicker Unmasked after show. Just look at it. You see that right there? Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Rockstar as always. You're a rock star too, man, and thank you so much. And if it wasn't for that temp sensing bass knob, man, whew, let me tell you, that Solo X will just keep on kicking. And then it's like, whoa, yeah, we're a little hot there. It takes the power and then some, man. But thank you for all that you do. Farrell Hodges, appreciate you tuning in tonight, guys. And that was awesome of just the whole show tonight. But again, just talking about the L7X8. And I know MBE was drooling in the background, but we got to throw this up here. We got a super chat from El Fuego, just making sure he doesn't want the $10 Friday. I mean, this guy, he gets what he wants. It's El Fuego from the Pacific Northwest.
The Pacific Northwest.
Appreciate you, man.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
He got the kickers kicking. I got my Living Loud Andy banner that I ordered in December, and it's going on the audio room wall this weekend, man, and that is awesome. That is awesome. Something about just a banner, a logo, just a name. It's so cool to have in your audio studio. And, man, it's humbling to hear that, you got mine. So thank you, man. Appreciate you. And just everything that you do in this community, man. You are just the whisperer in the Pacific Northwest. Appreciate who you are as a person. And thank you so much for making us look at it. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we got a lot of people up in here. There's SJC. Appreciate you. Hope you've been well, sir. Brandon Banks. Good evening, y'all. Thank you for tuning in, Brandon. Hope you're doing well too, man. You guys are awesome, man. it's like I can tell you guys are doing okay when you tune in. I see your comments. You just say hi, hello. I know you're okay, so I appreciate you guys commenting, tuning in. 54 people here tonight. Love you guys. My prayers and condolences to you and your family. Thank you so much, Tad. And, you know, each day it is getting easier, but let me tell you, it's the legal things that are slowing me down, but one step at a time. So thank you so much, Chad. And Garrick, oh, would you look at that? Garrick is making us look at it, too.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You gotta look at it this way, okay? You just gotta look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
At Sheets, we have definitely been looking at it, and a lot of people have been looking at it, and that's the way you gotta look at it. So thank you guys for looking at it. Garrick, feeling amazing to be out of KU Medical Hospital in Kansas City. I'm glad you're home. I'm glad you're feeling better. You're getting through all these operations, man. And again, I know you're okay because you're here. So thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate your support. And man, just can't wait to see your build finalized. I know we talk a lot about, you know, Garrick, Bobby B, El Fuego, and just a few others that are just putting their systems. Shannon, you know, I hear it from everybody, putting their systems together. Billy just got his first pair of kickers yesterday. That whole process of just building your system, that is the best. I'm telling you, you know, obviously listening to it, you know, you're doing it for a reason, but just that whole journey is amazing. So thank you, Garrick, appreciate you, man, and hope you're feeling better, buddy. The show was awesome, brought me back to the mid-90s when I competed in SQ plus competition from an Iasca setup. Wow. You know, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, car audio has always been competition with SPL, right? But then at the end of the day, it's like you still want to play music, right? You know, it's like, okay, you're louder than me, and it just turns into a burp war at 60 hertz and higher just to be able to beat the next guy, you know, with the physics and all that other fun stuff. So a lot of people just find themselves trying to make their system sound better and better, and to be able to make it where when you're sitting in the car, it's like you're sitting in the front stage of the live concert, and you can hear the drums 12 feet away to your right at, you know, a 30-degree angle. You know, like that is peak SQ stuff that they're talking about, staging and imaging, and it's really hard to do it in a car. And man, you know, I like it, but, you know, I fall into that category of just, you know, I want the bass, but it's like, I do make it sound good too. It's like everything kind of at least keeps up. My imaging is probably not even there. It doesn't exist. I got speakers all fire in different directions, but I at least make it sound good. I make that extra effort, which a lot of people need to do a little bit more often. And it's why people don't is because it's expensive. It's hard to have everything be able to keep up with the bass. It's pretty easy to get loud on bass, but to have everything blend together and be balanced, that is the hardest thing. It really is. So thank you, Frank. Appreciate you. And I'm glad that Kicker brings on those guests to just talk about things like that, because Kicker's been doing it since, you know, 70s, 80s. And I think it's kind of crazy. You know, I know it's social media stuff, but even JL, you know, Garmin, just that whole thing, like Kicker is still just Kicker, man. And that's amazing. I hope it never changes. I hope it never does. And I don't think it will. Mr. DIY Audio Guy, howdy. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. And again, man, you YouTubers, just keep on YouTubing, man. Just keep it up. I'm slacking. Right now, it's like bare minimum. Live stream, and then I'll get to the other stuff. Not like I did it all crazy, but this is home for me anyway. Appreciate that you're here. The Solo X8 won't work for most underseat applications. And, you know, that's the thing where... Okay, the Warhorse and L7X family of products are not really designed for your average consumer. And your average consumer is going to be the person that puts it, you know, in like a downfiring enclosure or underneath the truck of a vehicle without doing some major modifications of, you know, seat lifts and stuff. So I don't know the exact dimensions and all that, but it's a big woofer. Just tell by looking at it. So there is that, but you know, I know that they said they're going to roll out the QL7-8 supposedly, but you still have the L7S-8, which would be perfect for like those smaller applications, smaller mounting depth requirements, and honestly probably fitting in a smaller enclosure. You know, the L7X is designed more so to be an imported enclosure, so you're going to need a bigger box, and to fit it underneath the seat of the truck is going to be just inherently harder anyway. So there is that. So Thank you, Boyd. And you can't make everybody happy, but that's why there's a bunch of options. And who knows what's coming down the road. I'm out of oxygen. Live and direct. Thank you, Joe Oregon, for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. You guys are awesome. And we are looking at it, Will. We are looking at it. Man, we got Kip Litzy up in the chat. Love you, Kip. How you doing? He said, so is anyone here doing an L7X8? Oh, man. You know, let's take a look at this L7X. I mean, we can look at it. You know, we can.
That's a live stream? Yeah. Would you look at that?
We definitely can look at it, but I do have this video. I had to cue this up.
Oh yes, a new product that is now available. The Solo X8. You have been waiting for it. It is here, it is ready, it is available, and it is monstrous. Let me tip this up real quick here. Take a look at that. It looks like the motor is almost the same size as the cutout, which could be a challenge putting in the enclosure. But we're certainly going to see an awful lot of these underneath the seats and pickups, maybe a wall of these in a sedan or an SUV. This is going to be a lot of fun. Now, this does have a different power rating than the 10, 12, and 15. I'm going to double check it, but I believe it's 800 RMS. So it's still plenty of good clean power on this subwoofer. It is reconable. But because of the sheer size of it, the diminutive size, it is not a glueless recone. So you are going to have to use some glue to recone these. It's still pretty straightforward using our traditional method of reconing. But again, because of the size, we could not physically bolt it together like the 10, 12, 15, and 18. So a little bit different process there, but it is reconable, about 800 RMS. Also designed for beefy ported enclosures. Actually, that's my one of my Q&A questions here tonight. I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit. The technical question is, with the Q-Class L7 8-inch coming to an end, it is coming to an end. That's the Q-Class L7 8. That's the 8-inch square subwoofer. It is coming to an end. Will the recent debut of the L7X, could it be used in an SQ setup? That's probably up for opinion, and the gentlemen that are in the green room now, they're probably going to be a lot better suited to answer this question than I am. And I would say it depends on what you're looking for. Will it sound good? Yes. Will it be at that pinnacle of performance? Well, most of the guys at the very peak of their performance are typically running more of a sealed enclosure system for the different response characteristics. And this is really designed for a ported enclosure. So I will challenge you, whoever asked that question and whoever is curious, I will challenge you to build a subwoofer system using the L7X8 and make it sound fantastic, and then prove to us that it is a great sounding subwoofer. So there's your answer.
There is your answer, Peter. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Awesome kicker system, by the way, and appreciate your support in Kicker Club there. But I wanted to show the clip there of the live stream on the Unmasked show with Aaron just talking about it. And, you know, it's right. Is it an SQ driver? I don't think when they first put that thing together saying, all right, we're going to make this thing have 3 inches of excursion and be an SQ driver. It was more so to be this SPL demoing, high excursion, high power handling woofer. But being the kicker driver that, you know, who designed it, it's still going to have good sound, you know? And it's just, there's always trade-offs with everything. It's always 1, 2, 3, pick 2. You know, so there's that. But it's, you know, I think they sound good. I think they sound good. And, man, I don't know. Comp C, even like an L7R, you know, of like, a driver, in my opinion, and from what I've experienced and what I've heard, would be great for like a more so SQ leaning setup, and to go with something like that so that it's not as hard to make it sound as good. And that's why, like, I asked that question on the Unmasked show. I got some comments here pulled up here, but I threw up an open-ended question because I wanted to see, you know, what they were going to say, like, okay, driver. Well, yeah, what is best, you know? And it all depends, yeah, your budget and everything, but the install, the enclosure, the tuning. You know, you can have a Ferrari, but if you are a toddler, it doesn't do you any good, you know, or you could be Dale Earnhardt Sr. and you have a Geo Metro, you're only going to be so fast, you know, and you're just, there's that dilemma. So it's just that balance that I always say, that balance of just what you're trying to do and to blend it with that. And the mounting depth, I'm not too sure on that yet. I mean, they did just start to release it. It looks like it's a little bit shorter than the 10, 12, and 15 and 18. If I were to guess, I would at least say 8 inches on the mounting depth. That would be a good guess. It might be more, might be less. But good question, Justin. DIY Audio Guy. Check out his YouTube channel if you haven't already. Appreciate you tuning in. And, man, Double E is still trying to get a reasonably priced kicker in Thailand. I don't think it will happen. You know, if you just knock on the door enough, someone will answer. Just keep letting them know. I know he pays some crazy prices for kicker. Meanwhile, if you know, you know. It says the video went through. Maybe you can check it out after the show. The video did come through. I will throw that up towards the end of the show. I usually save that stuff for Fridays, but I mean, well, hey, we're here to have fun. Thank you, Fee-Fi-Fo from Mobile Solutions, for tuning in. Great to be back, man. Great to be back. And there is Shoop Dog Andy back in the groove. Thank you for being here and hanging out on Discord after party, hanging out on the Unmasked after party. It's always an after party here, and appreciate you guys so much. Let's see. I need it. He said, I need it. My L7S8 is still hanging in there, but it won't last much longer. And, you know, I got the L7S8 over there, and I barely played with it, but I just know it's like waiting for a perfect little system to throw it into. Awesome little driver. I mean, I just wanted to see what the littlest one could do. You know what I mean? And yeah, so to have an 8-inch L7X, that thing just looks beefy. It is beefcake, and you know, I feel like for the type of person that is looking for a lot of bass underneath the trunk or truck seat, you know, and they don't mind doing a little bit of modification because they got stuff for that, you know, 4 Solo X8s, man, that would be awesome. You know, and Kicker's never made a driver that small with that amount of skirt. Like, you just think of the old Solo X, it came in a 10, 12, and an 18, and that's it. That is it. Appreciate you guys. We got 58 altogether. Appreciate all 4 of you guys on YouTube. Yes, man. Hopefully, us don't be too far behind getting some. Let's see here. Be glad to see how they compare. I'm reading over here. Compared to Sundown's new offerings, the 8 game is getting very interesting these past years. And, you know, yes, I totally agree with that. And it's like becoming more of a thing, even with like 6.5-inch drivers, man. It's kind of crazy, the options and how much performance and output you can get on the low end with a lot of excursion with such a small driver. You used to only be able to do that with an 18 or a 15 or, you know, even bigger. So, I mean, there's trade-offs with that too, you know, just how they work, bigger size, larger diaphragm, physics, all that fun stuff. But to be simple, yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. And the options are everywhere. And, oh, would you look at that? Shannon is making us look at it. I love looking at it.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
You know, with the Kicker Warhorse 3600.1 in comp mode, will all the amps meter out the same coming out of the amps? Okay, so will they do the same thing? And that's kind of the point with the competition mode on the Warhorse amplifiers, is so that whenever, you know, normally you have 2 amplifiers and you're trying to gain match. So what you do is hook up an amplifier, you play the test tone, you can do it with nothing hooked up, your volume stays the same, and you adjust the gain to where it needs to be clean, right? And then you go about halfway, and then you're like, all right, cool, I'm clipping, and we go down just one ugga-dugga, and then you look at the VAC, and it'll probably be around like 85 or, you know, 82, depending on, you know, what you're trying to do. But that thing's got a lot of VAC, let me tell you. But not getting into the specifics of that. Then you go to the second amplifier, and then you do the same thing, but you just look for the voltage. that same 82, 83 volts that you got on the other one, and you set it there. And you also have to make sure the crossovers are just wide open, because if you have a crossover, it's kind of hard to tell, per se, if that crossover is perfect. That's why, like, whenever I gain match amps, I don't mess with a crossover. I crossover at the head unit, meaning before the amplifier, so that they're both crossed over at the same frequency, rather than trying to guess, am I at 70 or 75? I can't tell with my low pass, and or high pass, it just gets kind of confusing on both ends, subsonic or not. So with the competition mode, it just takes that out of the equation. It sets the gains the same, and you're good to go, and the crossovers are wide open, so it makes things a lot simpler. Thank you so much, Shannon. Appreciate you tuning in and support. 27 likes out of 53, or we're up to 32 likes. 59 altogether. You guys are awesome. Smash the like. Don't make me get Dave in here. Too late. Dave's here.
Just hit the like.
Just hit the like. Just hit the like. Hope you're doing well, Dave. Appreciate the text message. All your guys' texts throughout the week, the past 2 weeks. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And we're getting through it. We are. We definitely are. I'm just glad that I'm here tonight. I'll say that. Thank you for tuning in, Dawn. Oh, yes. Appreciate you. I think that's Adrian in the background there. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's see. Oh, man, this guy loves wasted information. He wakes up in the morning and eats wasted information for breakfast. I'll grab 2 and see what they do when released. And I know you're doing some pretty crazy numbers. I think it was like 2 8s or 1 8 or something like that. Doing like a 45 at, like, I don't know, below 40 hertz, below 20 hertz. Subsonic, infrasonic, wasted information, and just wind tunnels. So, and they got a lot of excursion to do so for being an 8-inch driver. And I mean, it's just like the L7X 10, 12, 15, 18, other than the simple pull apart and insertable recone. No, it's not that technically. That's the old one. But the simple drop-in recone, where you do have to glue the surround, but that's honestly the easiest part. Whenever you still have the shimming setup where you take out the old cone, you put the new one in, and you put the shims in so everything's lined up, and you tighten it down, and then you pull the shims out, and then you just set it on its top, and then you glue the surround to the gasket and put the top plate down, top plate of the gasket for the top of the speaker, and then you let it sit and make sure it's nice and straight. You might have to keep in those acupuncture pins until that's actually dry too. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know about this one, but still cool that you can just do that. You don't have to grind your spider landing so that when you re-glue a new spider, and coil assembly down, you don't have to do that. So at least they did that, and I wanted to talk about that, but I wanted to wait till they actually released it, which it should be available very soon if they're talking about it on the UnMasked show and really looking at it. So it was just, it's cool that it's here, man. And I know a lot of people are going to want to try it, and it's going to play a ton of wasted information. It's what it's kind of designed to do. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hey, Adrian. Thank you for tuning in. You can use it on Friday. That's cool. Okay, cool. We'll see. We'll see, Cracker. I appreciate you, man. Gives me an idea for the golf cart, Andy. Hey, you know what? I did that with my go-kart, nothing crazy, but it's fun to do a stereo system on an ATV or golf cart or anything like that, man, and possibilities can be endless. Thank you for tuning in, Peter. Let's see, Luca Goodrum, thank you for tuning in, appreciate you. El Fuego, Jason, you guys are awesome. Adrian, again, Ryan Wilson says, I'm going to stick with my 15-inch Solo X, and honestly, yeah, I mean, I think if you're looking to fit a driver in a small area, the L7X8 is for you. But if you got a trunk and you don't mind using all of it, you got an SUV and your wife is a good wife and she says, okay, I'm fine with the bass, just don't play it too loud too often, then the 12s, the 10s, the 15s are honestly a better option, in my opinion, because it's just, you're trying to fill a cabin with pressure. You're trying to compress the air. And it's harder to do so with a smaller driver, just less of that. So, I mean, it has its place. It definitely does. Or if you're in a truck and you can't fit two 12s that are Solo X's underneath your seat, but you can fit the 8s because they're only, you know, 8.5 inches tall, and you don't mind lifting your seat up an inch, but you don't want to lift it up 2 or 3 inches above what you normally would just to fit a 10. So it has its place, man. It really does. Understand that. Yes. Garrett, Kyle, Eric, and thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. I don't know what the poop's for, but I appreciate it. Bob, any giveaways tonight? I'm late. No, not tonight. That will be next Tuesday on the Kicking It With Andy show. I don't know what I'm going to do. I had a perfect topic, but between running out of time of actually studying for it, because it's a lot, I'm going to maybe do just a Q&A, laid back, relaxed show, get back into the Kicking With Andy, the whole thing and everything, and save that one for the next time. But it's ready to go. I got the little test demo over there. It's good to go. And I just want to do more. I want to do more, and I want to talk about more than just test something real fast and look at it. What's going on, Luca? What's up, Andy? Glad you're doing okay. I'm pretty set on doing 4 Solo X15s, each on a Warhorse. And man, honestly, you know, 1 Warhorse on each Solo X, it's a lot of power, but they will hang. I will tell you that. Knowing that I have 2 Warhorses, 1 on each coil at 1 ohm on my Solo X18, which is way overkill, and I am clamping twice the RMS power. And obviously, it can't take it forever. You know, it's going to blow up if I just keep going and going and going. It's not rated for that, but just 1 Warhorse on 1, and then you got 2 coils. Because whenever you have an RMS rating, that's both coils combined. So each coil is 1,000 watts RMS, 2,000 watts. And yeah, I'm clamping double that, you know, so there's that. So perfect setup, and it's going to be banging 415s, man. Come on. That's going to be awesome. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. And Nilo Williams sending 20 stars. You know what? I mean, we got, oh man, we could just, yeah, that's pennies. That's definitely pennies.
I got pennies.
Oh man, I missed the pennies, and he sent 2 sets of 20 stars. Appreciate you so much, Nilo Williams. Another guy just like Will, making awesome products. And you know, I think you need to get with our buddy Soda. I know he's picking up an SPL lab, a new computer, so he can do some testing at home. But I think for him, having 9 amplifiers now, if he could have some kind of VAC tester, just knowing how much voltage each amplifier is doing, or, you know, voltage and current. I know it's a lot to do with the current too, but to see all the power of each amplifier so he can see what's happening when he's putting all that power to it on each amplifier, wondering why, hey, why did this one blow up? Well, maybe it's because it was not loading enough and the resistance dropped to nothing and the amplifier seen half ohm instead of 2. You know, I think that would be awesome, and I know you got all the gadgets for it, dude. If I don't talk to you, if you don't hit him up, if you don't know him personally, I think you do. You were at the show, so I'm going to have to get you with him, man. We got to hook him up. That would be awesome, and you're just a guy for it. Thank you for the stars, and you guys are awesome, man. I can't even keep up. TCC, how do you go about setting up bandpass, Andy, on 2 pairs of mid-bass drivers? Don't want to do nothing but 50 to 250 hertz passing through the drivers. You know, right, and you want to set, you know, your high pass and your low pass, so, you know, just, it's only playing that range. I know with a Kicker KXA 400.4 on 2 of the 4 channels, it actually has a bandpass mode, and then you can do that. And that's how I have the ST drivers connected on. I have 4 speakers on 2 channels. Don't ask, 1 ohm on each channel. Don't do that. But it works for me, and my crossovers are set, and I'm just, you know, it works. It works. Extra power till I get the 1,000.4s. But to set that, and honestly, you know, I'm not this SQ guy like the guys who are on the UnMasked show. I'm not that. You know, I don't even properly know how to tune in your mids and highs properly by using the crossovers and look at this and the slope and everything else. Like, I don't really get into that too much. What I would tell you to do is play the music that you want to play in your system, and then play it at that volume that you're going to do it, and tweak the crossovers on both sides to listen, to hear when those speakers are playing out of their normal range that you want them to or that they should, and also above and below, you know, on both ends. And that's what he's talking about with the bandpass. So that's, it does come in clutch, but a lot of times too, it's like, maybe I just need to cross over on the bottom there just so that it's not bottoming out. You know, you don't want your mid-range speakers or mid-drivers or mid-bass speakers playing 40 hertz, you know, because they're just going to unload. They're not in an enclosure, and yeah, they're just going to unload. Yeah, there's no backwave. So thank you, TCC. Appreciate you tuning in. Great question. You guys are awesome. 60 guys tuning in tonight. Love you so much. And I feel like I'm missing something here. I do want to... Okay. There it is. There it is. I knew I missed something there. Let me throw this up. CAE, and it is not Friday, but it's Tuesday.
This is what makes time travel possible. The flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor.
Thank you so much, CAE. Appreciate you for gifting the Green Team memberships. We're at 91. It should pop up to 101. But honestly, man, we got 90 solid people paying $1 a month to support the channel. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for gifting the membership, CAE. Appreciate you again for holding down the Tuesday and Friday show while I was gone. Love you, buddy. Excuse me. Appreciate you. And all the good words too, man. You're awesome. You are awesome. Kip in the feed. Oh man, epic. Hey, Kip, I have 4 kicker shallow comp RTs, thinking about installing them in the rear deck. Will they be okay? Infinite baffle, pure mid bass. You know, I mean, yeah, I thought about doing the L7Ts as mid bass drivers. And then Kicker came out with the Street Series, which they're not mid-bass, they're mid-range, but still I was like, yeah, I could probably use it, but, you know, space limiting. I mean, that's tough to do. I mean, but the Comp RT, that would be a driver that I would think that would work well in that kind of application. I definitely do. Again, appreciate you. TCC, a Honda Pilot. Yes, Ryan. Yes. Jin, thank you for hanging in. Appreciate you. Everyone saying hello to Kip. Well, I love when Kip's in here. Rick Wheeler, thank you for hanging out with us. I have a single cab. I'm going to try to put 4 shallow mount 8s on a 5000.1. Yeah, I mean, you could do shallow mounts in that, and I feel like with less modifications needed compared to like doing an L7X8 or any kind of big SPL demo / woofer kind of style thing here, you know? So, hey, that would be awesome, and you can never have too much power. I mean, there are limits. You have to dial it down whenever you're just playing, you know, because you're going to run into thermal, but it's nice to have it on tap, let me tell you. Let's see here. All right, cool. Mullen, Mr. Mullen, what is up? Fellas dropping in before bed. Hope everyone is doing great. Thank you, Mr. Mullen, for tuning in. Appreciate you. Love you, buddy. You guys are awesome. Oh, yeah, the tariffs. Yeah, those are the poopy ones. Yep. Super Ernie Jr. So we got Ernie, and then we got Super Ernie Jr. Appreciate all the Ernies. And thank you so much for tuning in, man. And appreciate the good words. Just here having a good time, man. All right, so I did want to, let's see here. All right, let's show off the bass knob. We'll show the video on Friday here. Let's show off the bass knob, the Living Loud with Andy bass knob that Cracker just received. Just take a look at this thing, man. And, man, just beautiful. I love it. I can't wait to see that thing in action. He's got a whole unboxing video. We will show that off on Friday. But I wanted to show that. It's done. It's in his hand. The L7-8 prototype is on its way, MMC. And let's see. Juan got his fuse holder. And then we got one more waiting on the amphitheater, and turns out he lives 45 minutes away from me, so I might hand deliver that. He wants the amphitheater. Good choice. Good choice. Mullen, Green Team. We got to do the Green Team.
Green Team.
Thank you, CAE. Appreciate you, man. And Nilo says, agreed, but you know me. I'm not the one to push anything on anybody. Hey, I got you. I will convince him. Because when he blew up that 1 amp, I was like, which sub was it again? Okay, then this one, the one by the door. Okay, yeah. That might be the reason. And if you had a measurement for every amplifier, you know what happened. I mean, if you caught it quick enough, you'd see all the numbers. You'd be like, oh, yeah. And then, oh, no, what happened? Oh, no. Oh, no. If you know Sonic. Oh, no. All right, so I'm going to have to give you Ashy's contact because that just shipped out to you. Gotcha, Nilo. I appreciate you. Brandy, I love you. This is my sister, Brandy. Everybody say hello, Brandy, and give her an air hug. She needs it. Love you, Bran. Tell the kids I said hello, and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you tuning in. Got to get the zoom in shot there. Jake would like that. The Kicker KXMA 800.8 is a dream amp for your mids and highs. And, you know, I think that would be a good option. I know I want the 1000.4, but the clip indicator is game-changing, let me tell you. Especially for a guy that tunes by ear for a lot of things on the mids and highs. It's beautiful, because it's like, all right, yeah, I am clipping. I thought I was. I couldn't hear out of this ear for a second. Maybe that's why. A little bit of distortion goes a long way. And yeah, an 800.8. Need I say more? Thank you, El Fuego. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? Okay, we got that. Good. Adrian. Oh, Kyle. Wait a minute. Is that really a super? No, that's not real. That's not real. That's pretty good. I'll take it though. Man, I never seen that.
Because we don't want you to blow it up. So turn the gain down, Andy.
Turn the gain down. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you for the $1, man. I appreciate it. I'm like, wait a minute. It's not doing the thing. It's not doing the thing. Willy Wonka 0808. 808s. Appreciate you, man. What amp do you recommend for 2 L7X12s? How much power can I throw at them? Honestly, if you're just getting into like bigger bass, one Warhorse is plenty. But if you want all the beans out of that L7X, you know, and just having all that power on tap, think of it like having a governor on your car, but your car can go 200 miles an hour. Do you feel safe enough driving 180 miles an hour around a bend? Even though the car can handle it, are you going to twitch? Are you going to like be able to just do it? Are you going to be too scared, you know, and just drive it too fast and not be able to slow down quick enough? That's kind of the concept where do you want your car to stop at 100 miles an hour? And it's fine. It's great. 0 to 100. It's amazing. But then that's it. And I feel like that is the best way to have a system where you can just full rip and walk away. Let me tell you, that is an awesome system. Yes, you're leaving some on the table, but it's a nice feeling to have. It's like, I'm not going to blow this thing up ever. But yeah, I would say at least a Warhorse. I mean, think of it like this. They rate that L7X 1,000 to 2,000 watts. It says 2,000, but if you look deeper, it's 1,000 to 2,000. It doesn't need much power to get going. 500 watts clamped, she's boogieing pretty good, and I think that's where they get that 1,000 to 2,000 watt rating. So, I mean, honestly, man, you can get away with like a CXA 1800.1, and you're still going to be, you know, wanging down the street, man. I mean, that amplifier does all about 2,000 watts at 1 ohm and 2 ohm. Did a dyno on it. It's awesome amp. Really is. And we got something here from Frank. He's throwing the pennies.
I got pennies.
Got a new guy here, super chatting. Thank you, Frank M3204. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you for the pennies, man. You're awesome. And I'm glad that everybody's tuned in. We had 50 plus people in here this entire show. I love doing this stuff. You guys make it fun, and you keep the lights on. So thank you so much. Appreciate you, Frank. Willy Wonka, great question. Fee-fi-fo, throwing up the green team. We're just going to throw it up again because I just love the green team.
Green team.
Appreciate all you guys. Not me. Let's see. Scrolling down here. Kip, let's see. I'm glad I can help. Learn something new every day. And if you ain't learning something new, you're stagnant. You got to keep learning about this stuff because it is an iceberg. There's not a day where, soon as I think about bass and I'm trying to do something, that I don't learn something that I already didn't know. Like I got better at doing something. It's like, oh, let me do this now. I know what to do. I know what to look for. Or just a whole new subject and like, wow, I didn't even know that did that, you know, and learning about quarter wave, half wave, like, wow, it's kind of crazy. And it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit on that one, but still, you're always learning, man. No matter how old you get, how long you do it, there's more to learn. Brandy, you're a fine girl. All right, CA, that's too far. Too far. But I appreciate it, man. I can't. Brandy, everyone's saying hello, Brandy. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. Let's see. Oh, I thought I was missing one. I really thought I was missing one. You know, it makes sense if you don't think about it. Thank you, El Fuego, man. You know, that Friday song just hits, man. It hits. I'm ready for Friday, you know? I'm like, how am I going to do this? We got Easter holiday, kicking it with Andy. How am I going to do all this? We got this. I'm ready for Friday, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much, El Fuego. Appreciate the support, man. And if you didn't know, from the Pacific Northwest, baby. There's Frank. Oh wait, I got that one. So did I missed that one. Okay, cool. Because I usually have this one for Super Chats, but I like this, because then this is current. These are there. I need one more. I always need one more. Thank you, CAE. Appreciate you, man. Awesome guy. And congratulations on first place, by the way. I watch all your stuff. You know, I do. I'm working on stuff. I'm doing stuff. I'm always listening. I'm always watching. And your first hair trick with your wife, you know, same. And I remember that day too. The first hair trick with the old Solo X18 at the park. JR was parked beside us. Like, he just was driving by and he was like, what are you guys doing? And I'm like, hair tricking, man. And Kayla's sitting there. I'm like, wow, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Now, that box was really efficient on the wind, but there was a trade-off. You know, it wasn't punchy. It had this range of 13 hertz to 19 to like 21, and then fell off with that one window down, and then got a little bit louder around 28 hertz to like 35 with both windows down. So it just played kind of weird, you know? Now, with the box 4 cubes smaller, that box was almost 14 cubes, okay? I wanted the hair trick, okay? I know the feeling. I know it. And I only had 118, you know? I only had so much to work with. And, yeah, so now it actually plays music. I mean, it's still DJ Rustical rebase stuff for the most part, but it can still play music, especially with the old Solo X18. Like, that thing was just tactile, you know, underhung driver, an SQ type of driver, even though it was meant for SPL. It just sounded amazing. Solo X18, it's a little bit different of an animal, but it still sounds great in that enclosure, which, honestly, I should shrink. I should make that box smaller. It's just a beautiful box. I don't want to mess with it. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, maybe I could make it a little bit smaller, port a little bit bigger. You know, I mean, we'll see. But Kayla's going to kill me. More shag. No more. I'm done. I'm cut off. She said no more. Oh, God. Let's see here. Andy, I will try and get you another video of it installed and lit up. Thanks again, PSE. Barnaby, Andy, much appreciated. Thank you, man. And thank you guys for getting me to 10,000 subscribers and giving those prizes away. LAF Audio, appreciate you, man. Awesome guy. Check him out on the Facebooks and get yourself a custom bass knob. I mean, shoot, it's just, you just got to look at him, man. Thank you, Cracker, for sending those to me. Sorry, my upload thing's a little weird. You got to sit there and wait for the video to upload, but it does work. It does work, and it costs me nothing, so it's awesome. And it's cool for you guys to send me stuff. Long videos, Messenger, let me tell you, you get 3 minutes, not even, and it just cuts you off. And then the resolution is a potato. It's terrible. Aaron Lackey, appreciate you. I wonder if Kicker's going to make a dual Solo X8 enclosure, you know. So, they have the enclosure for the 12, right? And then the dual 12. Now, would they make, I know they have the truck boxes for the L7Ts and stuff like that. I don't know if they would do that, like the empty enclosures for the Solo X8. I mean, I feel like if there's enough demand and they can feel that demand, that they would make it, and I feel like that was a thing with the 12 because, between Colin and then before Bill, dealing with the social media side, you feel and you hear what people want. And I feel like that was a big reason why they came out with the unloaded enclosure for the Solo X, the single and the dual. So I don't know. We will see. That's a good question. I think at, maybe bare minimum, like a single 8, or maybe a dual. That would be pretty cool, man. That would be awesome. I would die for just, Kicker unloaded enclosures because they're great enclosures. Right. And Kicker likes to pair it with the perfect driver. Like when you buy a Kicker comp dual enclosure, you buy the loaded kit, the box, the port is different for the comp C12s and the comp R12s and the CVR 12s. And when they used to have it, the comp Q12s, loaded enclosures, they're all different. They designed them differently for each speaker, and that's how every system should be. Can you switch them around? Sure. Are there some pros and cons? Obviously, but they just make such awesome enclosures. It could be, anything could be better than what you buy on Amazon, or you go to Walmart, or even some stereo shops, no offense. They get some cheap 5/8 MDF wood and it's just not the best type of box. It's just not, man. It's just not. It comes down to the enclosure. Again, when Aaron was saying, it's the enclosure, the installer, driver, right? And I feel like that's same too, but it's like there's not one before the other. They're at the same time because they're just as important as the other. There is no first, second, third. Like, you can get a little bit further with one than the other, just a better driver, but then if the enclosure is bad, you ain't getting nothing. The enclosure is so important. It is so important. SDK's getting mad.
I got bennies.
I think, see, that's exactly what they feel. You feel the need of a certain, just configuration. And Mr. SDK Enclosures is saying, hey, man, I could do that, and I think you should, man. I know as soon as you did yours with the 12, they came out with the 12, but shoot, man, maybe you want something custom, a little bit different, and just, maybe he doesn't want to have Kicker all over it. You want SDK Enclosures, he makes it too. So I feel like you definitely could, just don't bite more off than you can chew, Jake. But I think that would be an idea, for that kind of stuff. And I know you just love those center consoles, but even that too, man, for the guys with the trucks, they want something small, but they want it to pound in an 8. Hey, that would be awesome. Thank you so much, Jake, for the pennies. Excuse me, Kicker loaded enclosures are amazing. They are, and I did want to bring that up too. There's so much here. We got Billy's first system. I know it's going to be a little hard to see there, but he got some Kicker Comp Rs, $499 for $150 from Mr. Duffy himself. There's Nate. He got his Kicker Comp Q, and he's looking at it. He is just looking at it. Said, oh, would you look at that? And heck of a deal. So Billy's over there with his hand up. You can't even see Billy. I didn't have the picture of Billy. We need a picture of Billy. Where's Billy at? Oh man, we gotta find Billy. Hold on, let me find Billy. We got Billy here. We gotta show Billy. Where's Billy? There's Billy. There's Billy. Billy's getting his first Kicker system, man. Cleaning them sheets. He's ready. He is ready. He's ready. And before we end the show, we had a few last-minute entries into things to be shown on the live stream. Of course, everybody's making one of these. If you're on Facebook, you've seen that. I wish they made that. That would be... that would be awesome. I know we need to add the beard though, and the just the hair. Like he doesn't have the woof. He doesn't have the the poof right there. He needs that. But yes, so I did that. But this is from Double E, Mr. Electro Double E, and made some Minecraft photos. So thank you, man. I appreciate you. The beard's on fleek on that one there. There's my dad, looking good. Looking good, love it. And there's me and Kayla getting married at Kicker. Looks just like it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And I drove by Cedric's house, his new shop. Check it out, man. Congratulations. You and your wife opening up your first shop downtown. That is awesome, man. And I can just imagine the anxiety that comes with that. So congratulations, man. I will stop down. I know he wanted me to stop down. They were giving out Easter candy to the kids. Bring Cookie Monster down. I had to do other stuff with my mom. It's crazy, man. Things should slow down eventually, get back to a somewhat normal life again, and I'm ready for that. But just one foot in front of the other and another show in front of the other. Make sure you guys tune in this Friday. I will be live. And if you don't want to tune on Friday, tune in Tuesday for some Kicker giveaways. We're going to have fun. We're going to look at it. And it's probably going to be just a show like this. I'm thinking about it now. Yeah, I need more time to talk about sound. Like, sound is very big, like, no pun intended. It just is, and I want to go deep, but not too deep, and have enough to talk about and to look at. So we're going to have fun, man. I love the scientifical tests, demonstrations. That's what this show is. That's what Kicker Unmasked does, and that's why we have the after show. It's just a 1-2 punch. I love it. I love being involved, so thank you, Kicker, for all that you do. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Look, they're already starting to bail out. Perfect time. But, we got more pennies. He said not yet.
I got pennies.
You missed the whole show. You missed the whole thing, man. What are you doing? No, it's okay. I appreciate you, Mr. SDK, and thank you for your support over the years and all that you do, just being an awesome person, man. Thank you. Thank you. And he got the kicker kicking, man. Let's take a good look at it. Yeah, there it is. Still got the Sparked Innovations woofer over there. We still need to do something with that, but it is beautiful woofer, just fun to look at, man. And thank you for getting Cookie kicking, man. Johnny 5 is ready for Friday. I'm ready for Friday. Everybody have a good week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will try to not rig the system for you. No promises, but you guys are awesome. Tune in Friday, Tuesday, and as always, stay living loud. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
I don't have a cool audio track like Ernie does. Or wait, maybe I do. And maybe I'm waiting for the caboose to show a few seconds of it. So maybe you might want to wait, all 44 of you people still watching. It is time to dance. Thank you, SJC. Thank you, everybody. Tim, appreciate you. Cracker, Adrian, Kip, Tim, again, Jason. Love you guys.
And kick it. Make something loud, kickers they pound. You wanna survive, bounce and go down. Let's go. Kick the system booming, feel it in your bones. Scope in a shack, we live it loud. Would you look at that? Just look at it.
Cornut!
Would you look at
Cornut! I can't click it! There he is!
Would you look at that? Just look at it. Would you look at that? Just look at it.
Oh!
Having
Thank you, CAE.
Still whopper designs, the holes from the brand. Wasted information, blood the line of truth. You just play low, boy,
Let it loose. Hey!
Would you look at that? Just look at it.
Love you guys. Stay living loud. Oh, SJC!
Just look at it. Would you look at that? Just look at it.
More volume.
Watch the
Sounds
power
good.
rise. Square sub stomp, keeping that vibe alive. Hair flying, shake to the ground.
Eric.
Kicking it louder, we're lost in the sound. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Would you look at that? Just look at it.
Oh, SDK coming in.
Would you look at that? Just look at it. Drop the
CAE.
bass, let it spin. Cookies crumble, L7 next for the win. Firing up these square cones. Full tilt boogie, we set the tone. Would you look at that?
Love you guys.
Just look
Stay
at it.
living
Would you look at that?
loud.
Just look
See you
at it.